You? Him? You're not the dragon warrior. You're a big, fat panda. Hello everybody, welcome back to Scoops TV. I'm Dale, and today is a very special day. I finally did it. I picked up a big, fat Spyderco. The C223gp Para 3. Jesus, who names these things? But without further ado, let's check it out, shall we? Now that you guys are set up to see at first, I didn't think I was gonna like this thing. I'm a Benchmade guy. But after a few days of having it, I started to really like it. And I couldn't figure out why. But then I figured it out. Skidoosh. It's the ergonomics. Sorry, I've been on a Kung Fu Panda kick. Anyway, let's check this thing out. Closed, it is 4.2 inches long. Pillar construction with two flat black G10 scales. G10 is not just your basic plastic. It's layers of fiberglass blankets infused with polymer resin. It's actually very strong, a little heavier than carbon fiber, and definitely not as cool, but still a formidable material. It has this tiny brick pattern imprint for grip texture. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it gives it a little bit of a wheat sandpaper feel. For a quick size comparison, check it out next to a Benchmade bailout. See that the bailout is quite a bit longer. So it's shorter than the bailout and still a little heavier. Next to the Mini Adamas, it's about the same size as the Mini Adamas, maybe a little bit thinner. The knife comes in at 3 ounces, which is middle of the road when it comes to high-end knives. Starting at the back here, we have a large lanyard loop that doubles as a construction pillar. Moving forward, we have 3 small holes to move your clip to the other side if you're a lefty. Then we have another construction pillar. Up front, we have the compression locking system hardware in stainless steel and 3 more small holes. And even on the other side, 4-position carry, which is an interesting feature on this knife. I kind of like it. Now for the blade. Opens via spider hole. If you're an Axis man or woman, or whatever gender or pronoun you prefer, like I am, an Axis man, of course, you will probably think this spider hole is a little childish and rudimentary. But I'm here to tell you you're wrong. This thing swings open like Barry Bonds on Diana Ball, or whatever dope he was doped up on. So it works a lot better than it looks. It's also a lot more comfortable than I expected. Anyway, we have an interesting looking clip point blade in CPM S45vn, which is a high alloy stainless steel with outstanding edge retention and increased corrosion resistance with moderate toughness. It is a step up from S30V or S35vn, but its improvements in toughness and wear resistance are incremental, not orders of magnitude better. In other words, it's a step up, but not a big one. Where S45vn stands out is in corrosion resistance, which is nearly equal to S90V, but it's still easier to tool and sharpen in the field than S90V. The blade can only be described as not good looking, funny looking, not pretty. But once you feel the ergonomics of the knife, you understand the reason it looks like this. It's not ugly, it's utilitarian. Everything begins to make sense once you use it. It feels like the knife was engineered for the human hand, not for looks. The funny looks have a reason. Okay, so starting the back here, we have some aggressive jimping. Then it shoots up around the spider hole and dives straight down with a tiny little ski slope at the end to the point. Then it kind of swings down through the bevel, which goes all the way up, then straight through the back. Got an aggressive grind ridge here, then the choil with some more jimping. So all around, it is a great feeling knife. It feels like it fits in your hand much better than, say, the Bailout, which is my favorite carry knife right now. So there's a spot for every part of my hand, no matter how I'm holding it, and it feels like it fits in there perfectly. You can aggressively push on the top of the blade, and your thumb won't slip off unless you lift it up. So what do we like? I like the blade steel. I think that was a great choice for a knife in this category and price point. The spider hole is growing on me. The compression lock is also growing on me. It's not the Axis. I'm much more used to the Axis, but it seems to be equal in functionality. Axis locks are slightly stronger with lock break tests, but both locks survive anything a human under normal usage could throw at it. Plus, sometimes the springs break on the Axis lock. Where this knife really stands out is its ergonomics. When I hold it in my hand, it feels like there's a spot specifically designed for every part of my hand, and it seats well regardless of how I hold it or which hand I hold it with. There was a lot of R&D that went into designing this knife, and I'm impressed. Great EDC option, great work knife, great toolbox knife. What don't I like? I'd like to see a little bit more aggressive grip texture. I'll probably switch these scales out for, I don't know, maybe some titanium with a little bit more character. The G10 is a little boring. But all around, a solid buy for $140. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. That's the Spyderco PM3. As always, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.